Can you earn £30,000 as a self-employed, sole operative UK gardener? Hello YouTube, it's Rob from Maxwells Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast of England. I hope it was well and having a really good day. Today's video, I've been asked this question more than any other question I've ever been asked, and it's always at this time of year because people are starting out on new ventures, new careers, and how much can you earn, Rob? What do you earn, Rob? Well, I talk a little bit about money on this channel, but I never go into specifics, or I try not to. But this chap, he's adamant that he's starting this season and he's going to earn £30,000. So I said to him, look, try not to be disheartened if you don't achieve that, because during year 1 to 5, you're building and it's challenging and it's difficult. And I appreciate there's 32 weeks of the gardening season in the northeast. There's more than that, I know that, but that's the sort of core between sort of the last 2 weeks in March going all the way up to the end of October. It's approximately 32 weeks. Your phone will ring if you get your marketing right. You're on Google, you're on Facebook Business, you're on yellowpages.com, you're on Google Maps and all the rest of it. You get a little website, your phone will ring, and you'll get work through word of mouth. If you've got little signs on your van, you're going to be busy, right? But then come November, it's like somebody turns a switch. November, December, January, February, it's quieter. I'm not saying there's no work, I'm just saying it's quieter. And it's a challenge to earn the kind of money that this chap wants to earn straight away. Now, I've said to him, look, take your time, walk before you can run. And I recognise that as a YouTuber, people take what we say, as gospel. It's just my opinion. My opinion might be right. What works for me might not work for the next guy or the next lady. I'm in the northeast of England. It might be different in Cornwall. It might be different in North Aberdeenshire, because we've all got different climates, different financial situations of the areas we live in. And it's just different. But what I do in this channel, I give you my opinion and my experience. I've been on my journey just over 5 years and I'm sharing it with you. I'm not an expert, never claimed to be, but I earn a living from running a gardening business, predominantly grass cutting, lawn care, weed and feed, garden tidy up, hedge trimming, and I do all right, okay? And I do this YouTube channel to try and share my journey, and I get lots of messages from people who say it's been a great help, and I'm grateful for that. But what I want to say is it's not as easy as it looks, and I'm not being sort of bullshit and say I make it look easy, because that's not what I mean. What I mean is it's tough. It costs a lot of money to run a business, and this is where people need to understand. You've got to pay for your van. My van's £2,000 a year before I even start it. That's the insurance, the tax, the MOT, the service. And I own the van. Then you've got the fuel, you've got your mowers, your strimmers, your blowers, your consumables. So if you earn 200 quid a day for 5 days, that's £1,000, whoopee-doo. You do that over 30 weeks, that's 30k. You'll be lucky if you get 20k in your pocket. Then you've got the tax man to take care of, then you've got national insurance to take care of. So to earn 30k as a UK gardener, you've got to be pushing towards the 50, I would say. I'm not there. But you've got to diversify. You've got to do maybe a little bit of jet washing. You've got to do a little bit of tree work. You've got to do a little bit of lawn mowing. You've got to do some garden tidy ups. You've got to have the gear for some backpack blowing, easy for you to say. You've got to do maybe your PA1, your PA6 certificates, which I have. They allow you to purchase, store and apply selected herbicides and pesticides, weed and feed, iron, all that sort of thing. But it all costs money. And also winter months, when it's quiet, you build up a winter portfolio. Now, it's took me a long time to do that. In the first few years, I took on driving jobs, as I've documented here, and I'm not ashamed of that. I enjoyed them, actually. But now I'll come together with Ian, a pal of mine who's got his own gardening business. During the winter, we're able to take on bigger hedges, bigger winter work, and by doing that, by him advertising, me advertising, coming together on big jobs, we've got a bit of a portfolio now. We have the same customers ring us every year. I have the same people ring me every year for a little garden tidies up before the season starts. I have people ring me to sort of do a little bit of a sand-eye trim, privet hedge trim, and what it does, it extends that season and it keeps the wolf away from the door. But it's not easy. So, to answer the question, can you earn £30,000 as a UK self-employed gardener? My answer to that question is it's going to take you a while to get there, and when you've got to understand what £30,000 means. Do you mean gross turnover, or do you mean net, what's in your pocket? Because if you mean net, what's in your pocket, you've probably got to turn over 50k a year, and that's a lot of hard work. I hope you're young and fit. So that's my answer. It's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging. But I'm sure there's areas out there where people are charging a lot more than I am and they're able to do that. But my humble opinion is it's going to be a tough gig until you get really established. You probably need a bigger van than mine. You probably need to be scarifying. You probably need to be in lawn care. You probably need to be doing a bit of tree work. You probably need to do a bit of weed and feed, a bit of weed spraying, a bit of jet washing. You need to diversify your business and not just have sort of one string to your bow. I hope that makes sense. What I'm saying is, don't make the silly move of just thinking you're going to go out there, put a few adverts out, and the work's going to come flooding in, and everything's going to be sunshine and roses. It's certainly not. And I don't want to be a dampener. Do you know what? I admire anybody who leaves the office and says, you know what, I've had enough. I want to go and work for myself. And I wish you well, and I hope my videos help you. And if you message me, I'll always try and help, and I'll always try and give advice. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's my opinion of what I see and what I've done. But it's tough, right? It's tough. So have a good hard think before you jump. Maybe go part-time. And I've said this 100 times. And the reason I do it is because people will ring me and say they're going to do these things. And I often feel guilty that they're doing it because I've done it. Or they're doing it because they've seen other people do it. And what I want to say is, be careful. Be careful. Do your own research. Take what I say as a pinch of salt. Take what the other people say as a pinch of salt. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm wrong. We might all be right. But do your own research. Make sure it's for you. And if it is for you, it's great. It's lovely. You know, what are we now? We're at the beginning of March. Where the phone's starting to ring. The weather's improved. The ground's drying out in the northeast. Although we could do with a little bit more dry weather. We're only a week or so away from the grass cutting season. We're starting to earn a little bit of money. The winter money's almost gone. But we're on that treadmill again. And that's us now until, I would say, the end of October, November, a little bit work in December, Christmas off, and then you struggle through January and February and you start again. So there is plenty of work out there, but you've got to get your marketing right. You've got to do a good job. You've got to be professional, and you've got to be passionate about what you do. And if you can do all of those things, you can earn a living as a UK gardener, self-employed, single operative. You're not going to be a rich man, right? You're not. But you'll be happy. And you don't have to say, can I have Friday off? That's my biggest thing, right? I have hobbies which I like to do, and sometimes I'll say I want to finish early on a Friday, so I can then on a Wednesday and Thursday fit those jobs in what I'm doing on a Friday. Take the Friday. I've got no stress like that. Wallace, she works for the NHS. She has to put it in so far advance. It's so annoying. But there's loads of benefits to being self-employed. I love it. However, there are downsides, and you have to get your head around that. Now, I hope this has helped, and I hope it's been a positive video, because I am trying to be positive. I'm not trying to say don't do it. I'm just trying to say be mindful that it's not as easy as it may seem. I hope that makes sense. But the northeast of England, we're doing really well. We're enjoying life, and we're looking forward to getting the mowers out. I've had them out a few times already, just some one-off cuts and little tidy-ups. We're getting a lot of them from my customers. Rob, can you come and just give me a cut? It's looking really long, because I missed the October cuts, and we've had warm temperatures in February and January. The grass is growing, and people just want to make it look a little bit tidy. So there's plenty of work at the minute. It's doing all right. But that's me for today, right? Next videos, I promise I'm going to get some footage of me mowing. I do mow lawns, you know. I get messages from people. Are you sure you're a gardener, Rob? We've never seen you. Listen, I'm going to be really honest, right? Videoing gardening work is so time consuming. And sometimes when you're at a job, the last thing you think is getting your camera out, right? And also, a lot of people don't like it. And I always ask, and a lot of them say no. So I'm restricted. But this year I've got 2 or 3 gardens where I'm doing weekly cuts, and they're also getting scarification work, and they're getting weed treatments. It's going to be brilliant. And they've given me permission to film them. So I will be you'll be following a few gardens journey throughout the year, if that makes sense, as well as the van chats. But I do find it difficult, and I find it really time consuming doing the editing. And I also find when I do put the videos out, I get the response I get from the van chats is more positive than it is from me mowing lawns and doing other things. And I like doing the van chats, so that's what I'm going to continue doing. If you don't like it, all I ask you to do is not watch it. If you do like it, keep watching it and smile. Press that like button. Give me a comment, and I always try and reply, and you can follow me on my journey. But again, if you don't like it, I'm not asking you to stay. You don't have to be here. It's free just to go away. All right? Take care. See you soon. Remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. It won't be long now. All the best. Take care.